In April 1916, Bish's aircraft encounters engine fluctuations, then completely packed it in while taking off. It didn't fall much more than 3 stories, but he smacked his knee and had to be hospitalized. Well, it really wasn't his fault. He wasn't piloting the bloody thing, thank goodness gracious. Good fortune came calling again when Lady St. Helier visited him and took a liking to him. She had friends in rootin'-tootin', highfalutin places. When his father suffered a stroke, she arranged for him to recuperate back in Canada. How handy can it be? He gets to see Dad in his dire need, gets to thoroughly rest his knee, and one more thing, yep, he bought a ring. Diamond, of course, and gave it to Margaret to cement that sweet deal. When he returns to England, he is shocked to find out that his buddies, the Suicide Squad, were pretty well all suicided to goddamn death. Except for a few. They got away and nobody knew where they bloody well went. Wow! A high mortality rate, he thought. But it didn't dampen his spirit. Furthermore, Lady St. Helier had influenced someone somewhere and informed him he was accepted for training to be a pilot. Hot damn! His latest dream could become a reality. September 1st, his training began. He soloed in a short horn. And by November, he had earned his wings. It was the first time in his short life that he had applied himself in any appreciable manner. He was attached to the 37th Squadron, but didn't like it. No damn action. So he transferred again. March 17th, 1917, he arrived in Arras, France. His new Squadron 60 flew Nieuport 17 fighters. It was even slicker than the Sopwith Camel he was first smitten with. His new wings sported all-metallic struts and landing gear. Pretty spiffy and deadly in the right hands. Could they be his, he wondered? He seemed to be leading a charmed life. Well, that's until March 22nd, when he cracked one of them up on a practice flight right in front of General John Higgins, no less. Billy thought it was just a minor fender bender, but Higgy ordered him back to flight school, much to his embarrassment. Their new commander, Major Jack Scott, convinced Higgins to let Bishop stay on until another replacement arrived. A reprieve, to say the least, but his nuts were on the chopping block. Well, luck, he had it in spades, 'cause in the very next day, Bish vindicates himself when he clobbers an albatross, registering his very first kill, and thus breaking his egg, so to speak. Oh, that's ace lingo, for you have a great big 0. You have a ho, no kills. You're an effing loser. So he got the goose off his back. Same as the egg. In the process, his friggin' engine went into convulsions before packing it in and friggin' failing. He proceeds to land in no man's land, 300 yards from the bloody German trenches. How the hell do you land in no man's land? If it's no effing good for man, how the hell does he think it's okay for an airplane? Contrary to what Biff thinks, you don't land in no man's land. Let's face it, you flat out crash. There's no landing about it. He hightailed it to the Allied trenches amid heavy gunfire, unscathed no less. One thing this guy has is luck. He must have been Irish or something. Higgy is impressed, congratulates him, and rescinds his return to flight school, even though Biff returned empty-handed this time and lost to Newport in no bloody man's land. What the hell's with that? By March 30th, a mere 8 days since his first kill, he is promoted to flight commander. They must have been really hard up or something. Or the immortality rate was so preposterously high that there was little friggin' choice. Perhaps surviving his first kill was more fortunate than he thought. It seems a lot of the boys weren't so bloody lucky, to put it mildly. They were dropping like screwed up flies. Well, their confidence in him was not dumbfounded, as it turned out. The very next day, he got his second kill. His count rose rapidly, and by April, he scored his fifth and became, by rules of engagement, an ace. As a result, his spinner and cowling were painted blue. Albert Ball was at the time the #1 Allied ace, so his spinner was red, signifying his lofty position.